There. All right. Let's see how that works. Let's see how. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So this video is a, how do I put this? A serious video. This is gonna be one of those moments. All right. So I'm gonna do my best to keep it together. There. Using my laptop. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, I was kind of on the floor, and then I said, you know what? I think I'm going to have to stand up and talk about this one because the lighting was getting weird. And I really want to stand in this because this is a day at a time. This is a free day. This is not a noted day. And this is going to be a serious topic. So I'm doing it on this day for a reason. Because tomorrow we start the new galactic timeline, the new galactic year. And that year is going to be the red self-existing moon year. If you haven't gotten your calendar yet. And plus, the law of time, I went to their site and downloaded the more in-depth of the galactic calendar there because it has all the different symbols and all the different gene key, the notes for that to work with. And so, yeah, I want to be able to dive a little deeper because that's what's happening. So remember when I said to all of you that this is that year that, after we go through all the different kind of, how do I put it, portals and activations and stuff, that this is a time when people think about things and this is a time you get revisited. So this video is a story that I'm not just telling a story. I'm actually really putting an end to the old energy of everything that's ever followed me, I've ever did wrong or wasn't aware of it when I was doing it, or whatever I got accused of, that especially. In this lifetime, that word, being accused of stuff, has been a hunting thing for me. And I think because being in the work that I'm doing as a healer, as long as I was a nurse and I had a title and I was showing up, going to a corporate job or working in the corporate hospitals and handing out pills, being a legal pill pusher, doing that job, being paid okay, because we know they don't pay nurses right. All right. And then to go into a part of self where you have to embrace your soul destiny. Why are you here? And then struggling to step into that. This has not been an easy path for me. I do not get family support for what I do. And 90% of healers do not get that support unless they are born in a family that honors their gifts. Now, my mom, my dad, they are very aware of their gifts, and especially my mom. She comes from a bloodline of seers and healers. But somewhere down the line, my mom decided to go like this. She just cut it off. She just cut it off. I kept going. I didn't cut it off because I liked the fact that I could see angels. I liked the fact that I was getting information and I would give it to somebody and it rang true to their soul. I come on here to YouTube and I was looking through some of the history of my stuff and I see it where they have pushed down a lot of videos and stuff like that and 0 view, 0 view, 0 view. But I'm pretty sure they'll let this one go through because this one is like talking about something very heavy. I don't care about all the shenanigans that's going on right now because there's nothing I can do about it. You know, Except hope for the best. Like we always do, especially here in California. Hope for the best. Hope for the best. Everywhere else, hope for the best. But this is not one of those topics. And with this being a day at a time, I'm very, very grateful that I can actually come on here and talk about this. There are a lot of healers, or young healers, I should call you. You love your teachers. You love to go sit with your teachers and go learn your medicine ways with them. What are you really learning? Are you sure you're really learning good medicine? What are you really learning? Because I'm going to tell you some truth right here. My medicine that I walk with in my life, I came into it fucking backwards. You want to know why I say it that way? Because the people that I thought or felt that were doing good things, because at that time in my life, back in 1997, 98, 99, all back up in there, the people that I came in contact with were heavy recovering alcoholic people that were recovering from all their stuff. And me being someone coming from a family of that, the light never came on that if somebody's walking in medicine and even though they're doing recovery work, they're still running the behavior of the energy because they never really healed that energy. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. I learned a lot of things from people who were not well, who did not walk with integrity, who did not walk with love, who did not walk with truth. They walked with shadow. They walked with half truth. They walked with, I'm going to see what I can get out of this person. So if I can thread them along and get what I want. They walked with lies and deceit. But being who I was too, I want to learn people. I'm learning the way. Yeah. This is a strong ass message for all of you running around out there, sitting with what you think or who you think is your medicine person. Because the price that you will pay if you take on that medicine, or if you're someone that watches other people do their medicine and then you go copy it, that price you take on is not going to be good. It's not going to be good because the people you come in contact with and whatever you choose to do at that time because you think you know will leave a lasting impression on them in their lives because you will have no idea of what you are supposed to do to fix that. If you treat a student wrong or a student doesn't understand what their medicine is or what they learned from you because you didn't get that part of the lesson. I've sat with some pretty hard teachers. And you know what? And then here's the thing about it. One teacher, the irony of her was, you came into this medicine backwards, therefore you're learning how not to be. And you know what? I learned that lesson well. I learned it well. I really did. And I'm choosing today to put into it right now, right here, in the flesh. So let's start off with this, with the medicine. Back in 1997, I very much don't remember a lot of it because of the trauma that I experienced. A lot of people that know me personally, they know of what trauma I speak of. It's a kind of trauma that can rip your soul apart. And guilt. Oh my God. The guilt I carried and the hiding. Because somewhere I kept thinking this person was going to come after me and kill me. Even though I knew they were locked away, but still, he had a lot of connections. So I, Felicia, at that time, my name was Crying Moon Sun. Crying Moon Sun was laid to rest long, long time ago after the second bout of cancer. Now I truly understand why I was sick twice. One was from picking up, not saying no to all the doubles that I did in my nursing career. And the second time around was because I picked up so much of everybody else's stuff and internalized it. I never spoke my truth. I kept it all hush hush. Oh, I didn't want anybody to know I was in an abusive relationship with the man that I loved. Come on, I'm a nurse. I got degrees. I'm smart. I was raised in a proper family that had some issues. I'm on a medicine path. How could I make that mistake? I'm a seer. How can I make that mistake? Well, we just don't see for ourselves that well. Anyone coming on this video, please do not take this the wrong way and do not be triggered that this is lowering vibration. Right now, this is a free day. This is the reason why this is coming up. This is why I'm using this day to do it in, because this ain't happening again tomorrow. So I, crying moon sun of that time, that timeline that's really gone, send out a heartfelt forgiveness. Please forgive me. Those of you at the time when I was married and we had our own medicine group, and then the teacher who was leading us fell into her own messiness and left all of us dangling in the air in medicine that had to be cleaned up. And I never once made it clear, a clear apology to all of you, especially Dawn. Dawn, today of all days, if you catch this video and you wrote me in my Facebook Messenger, believe it or not, I just saw it today. For whatever reason, it just popped up on my Facebook Messenger today. And today is July 25th, 2022. And you left a very descriptive message of when I saw you, and that my face was just deafening, almost like paralyzed, or not knowing what to say or what to think at that moment, because my life at that time was in shambles. Remember when I said in the other video, what goes around comes around? Yeah, I got a big dose of that because I did not know what I took on from those teachers. I was very naive and very arrogant at that time and did not know. And here's the thing, I ask and I send out the highest love to each and every one of those students at that time in my life when that happened. And thank you for your forgiveness. Dawn, thank you. And I hope the rest of you that I have met along the way, I met one person up on Mount Shasta. We did a healing right there. That was after 10 years. And then the rest of you that are out there, whoever, wherever you are, I'm sorry, I can't remember everybody's names anymore. But please forgive me for what I've done and not knowing the consequences of what I took on and how it was going to affect all of you. And I'm asking Creator to come in and just clear that energy through our heart chakras at the time that we're not fully open, through our minds, our crowns, through every part of our being of what we experienced as a group at that time, and the hardships and the price we paid for a teacher who got caught up in her own stuff and left us all dangling in the air. And her teacher had to come along and clean it up. I had no right at that time, being as young as I was in the medicine, trying to take on a group. I was very young in it. But I thought I was doing the right thing. But the one thing that was missing was, how do you clear something up when it all goes wrong? And boy, was it a mess. I still don't remember all the details because, like I said, lost a lot of that memory of that. Literally, I got amnesia. Literally. For 5 years, I had this worst emotional post traumatic stress syndrome amnesia. One was medically done, and another part of it was trauma done. I am not perfect. I make mistakes. That was the old me. And then as I grew and as I learned who I am and learned to stop fucking giving my power away to other people and believing other people who, for whatever reason, think they can tell me who I am or what I can and cannot do. So here's the thing. This has been one hell of a journey. And one of the things I think I deal with more than ever is that word accused. In this lifetime on this planet, there was a lot of karmic debt that was healed with me. And then there was a lot of karmic stuff I walked into and had to deal with. And the word accused simply means this: it is to be accused of fault or blame for something you did or didn't do. And this morning, when I was taking my shower, I saw myself on a cross, not a cross, but like a stake, thank you, being burned and accused of witchery and death that walked with me. Being accused of, I bring death. So they figure, well, we'll burn her at the stake and kill her, and then there'll be no more death. And so that word, to be accused of something, has been with me since the first time when I was stepping out of the nursing career and I said, well, let me kind of start venturing out. Once again, this was back in the time when I was with my husband. You have to really watch women, partners, people in general, who you're marrying and what you're taking on, because if they are walking in karmic goo, guess what? You take that on too. Your money won't flow right. You have issues all the time, and you don't know why, because you don't put it together because you're in love. Think back. Was your life a fucking mess before you said I do? Because when you said I do, you said I do to all the other stuff that came along with that person, including their karma. And this was another one, to be falsely accused of stealing money. I'll never forget that one. And the whole community at that time, back in I think that was in 1998, 1999, doing my job. And then I come to work, and it was Bernice Cohen Arthur. You know, she had a little psychic store in Fair Oaks at that time. Bernice is no longer on this planet. She's been gone for quite some time. But the lesson from that, to be accused of that, stealing money. And I told her I didn't do it. I would never do that. That's not my nature. I would never steal money from somebody. It's not my nature. But she was so bent on accusing me of that. And this woman went as far as cursing me for something I didn't do. Why do I bring this up? Because when somebody sits back and accuses somebody of something else and you don't have freaking evidence of it and you go throw energy at that person, you're hurting them for no reason. So you're accusing this person of something they didn't do because you think or somebody told you something and you brought the whole story. But here's the thing. People are very good at buying the story of this person did this person did that. But yet and still, you will not get off your butt and go ask that person directly. Will you? You just buy the story. Because you think it's coming from a reputable person who's saying it. Discrediting that person with a hidden underlying meaning, energy, influence behind it. That's what happened to me then. That's what happened again and again. To be accused. Always. Accusing me. And here's the funny part about it. I remember when I looked at Bernice and said, I didn't do it. It's someone very close to you that did it. And I said the word he. He will be revealed. Not knowing that I was saying that her husband was the one that took the freaking money. And how he did it, he took the money, went in after I had closed up, took the money, took the money case thing and threw it on her altar to say, the hell with you and what you pray to. And took that money. Yet and still I got accused that I did it. But here's the thing. After it was all said and done, after Bernice had just went after me and did all the stuff that she did, all that stuff, it went back towards her because it was an untruth. And the community, the people in the community, a year later, I kid you not, when I would go into different physical stores or whatever, they all would start apologizing to me, saying how they were so wrong for siding with someone else that was accusing me of something that I didn't do. And then they all said the same thing. Oh, I knew you wouldn't. I knew you couldn't do anything like that. I knew you would never do anything like that. Really? Where were you when it went down? Where were you? And so that was another strike on my spirit where I said, from now on, if I get accused of something or somebody I know gets accused of something, show me the evidence. because it's too easy to accuse somebody of something that they didn't do and then run with the scenario. So, believe it or not, I got an apology from a lot of people in the community. They all apologized for wrongly sitting in on that energy and holding it. And I'll never forget it when I got it from the main lady who worked with Bernice at that time. And she had tears in her eyes and she says, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I apologize so deeply." And what the healing was in my spirit at the time when I received that. And then another incident comes up. This time a sister did it to her own sister, took the money, but was jealous of the energy because we were hanging out so much. I was hanging out with her sister and we were always talking about business stuff. So she steals the money. And then I get blamed again. I said, why is this playing out again? What is this? A pattern, an energy. Because I never got over that pain and it became sealed in my cells and it was constantly attracting that type of energy towards me. So I had to deal with it again. This time I tell them who did it. And once again I'm being accused. And I'm like, "Ugh, really? Like, it's not my cup of tea." And then boom, 2 months later it comes out, sister did it. And she's so apologetic for accusing me of something like that. And then people were like, "We're so sorry for thinking you did that." Da, 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 da. So I am really here to speak my truth on this day of free day at a time. It's perfect time to do this. To really just say, I am really sorry for all my shit that I did and didn't know what I was supposed to do the right way when I was married back in 1996 all the way up to 2000. That was a messed up time. And then from 2000 all the way up to 2005, right there in that 2000 spread to 2001, I was fighting for my life. And the agreement that I made was I did not want to stay. I wanted to go. I wanted to be on the other side. I didn't want to stay. I said, this is too hard down there. I'm getting tired of being blamed for shit I didn't do. I'm sick of it. What is this? Keep burning me at the freaking stake? What is this? And I made a new agreement that I would stay, but I would do the work I came here to do. And then that part of me died. Then the new one came up, which is another reason why I don't remember a lot of stuff, which is another reason why I told my mom, "You're looking for the old Felicia. I'm sorry, she's gone." I told my friend Donna at that time, "You're looking for the old Felicia. I'm sorry, she's gone. I have to get used to this new one that's here." The new one who is actually standing in her truth, and that's why I can't stand people who lie, because I've had it happen to me too many times. Being accused of stuff. And the last one took the cake. That took the cake. It started off with little accusations. But then afterwards, I just couldn't. I just couldn't come back. I could not go back, knowing that this person was really upset with me and accusing me of stuff that wasn't true. I couldn't go back. So I say this for a reason. If you or someone you know has been going through a lot and they've been sitting with the wrong medicine people, the wrong medicine um, stuff, they need to evaluate, is that the kind of medicine that they really want to walk with? Because if they come through a messy teacher, their medicine is going to be messy. And I'm so grateful that at that time when I became ill, that was that period of time that I needed to reintegrate into a newer me, my true self. And my true self is all about truth. And yes, some people don't like it. I say it like it is. And I'll look you dead in the eyes and say, what? What's the truth of that? If you're running shenanigans on me, I'm going to let you know. What? I'm not here to play games. I'm here to be of service, love, compassion, to be me and have a lot of magical fun at it. When you get accused of something, I don't care if it's like people love this one. This one really got me all the time. Oh, you must be in all that voodoo stuff. You're a voodoo girl. You work your voodoo. Really? I'm sorry, I don't remember studying that, but you're just saying that because what? I have a bandana on my head and I'm black skin. What? Why are you saying that to me? Your butt is laying on my table and you're saying that to me. Yeah. Some of the things I put up with, I'll take it to my grave. Some things I know, and boy, do I know a lot. Some things that people have said, I know a lot. Make you think twice. And that's why I'm not surprised by people saying and doing things after I already witnessed them doing it to somebody else. I'm like, ooh, better pay attention to that one. I've been around the block. I know what that's all about. So the lesson of this is watch where you're sitting. Whose table are you sitting at? What are they serving? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it a whole bunch of stink? Because this is the time you want to say, I'm sorry, I think I'm going to have to pass on that. My name is Felicia, Priestess Makala, Niana. Those are my names. That's how I stand today. I've been down, I've been up, here, there, everywhere. But one thing for sure, I stand 100% in my truth. I know who I am. I know what medicine comes through me as a vessel, and it comes 100% from Creator, from Source. Any questions? Because I hope those of you that are sitting around holding judgment or whatever that may be on me, if you personally haven't picked up the phone or text me or sent me a a hi, how are you doing? Or hey, I got a question. Really? If you don't have the heart to do that, then what are you doing? Here's my next part, and I'm going to wrap it up with this. I know when I'm doing something right, when people got to always be talking about me. And that's fine. Talk all you want. But like I said, you want to know the truth of anything and anything been said, ask me personally. I'll tell you. Some of you won't, will you? And some of you will never forgive, or some of you will never accept an apology, will you? Because it's easier to stay in the stuff that you sit in. Like I said, this was a perfect day to say this on because tomorrow starts a whole new year, galactic wise. And I step 100 into that, 100%. New cycle, new life, new everything. And let me tell you, these last few days have been very fun. Having a good time. Changing energy, switching the timelines, going up dimensions, working from those higher dimensions, and getting the results. Something that I honestly cannot pay for to learn. You can't pay for it. You have to learn it within yourself. That's where it comes from. And if you don't have a relationship with yourself and you don't have your temple right, you better step it up now. So, with that being said, I bid you adieu. What is this? Now, I already put my thing out here that this was a video about my truth and that this is a day of out of time I can talk about this. And I'm my vibration is done with this. Wanted to send out love and forgiveness. Thank you for forgiving me, Dawn. And I send out all this other healing to the ones that I met back in 1997, 98, when we did all that stuff, when all that shit went down. This is not an easy path to be on. We are fallible. You will make mistakes. You will meet people that will teach you one thing. You will meet somebody else that will teach you something else. But it is up to you in the end to know how you're going to walk your medicine. And do you stand with that one thing? Integrity. Do you honor the ancient ones? Do you honor the elementals? Do you honor that? Do you honor your medicine? Do you honor what your grandparents taught you if they taught you well? Do you let go of poison or do you flip it and make it medicine? Which is it? I've been through the roughest of the rough. And anything that's happened in the past 2 years was just dust on the shoulders. Gonna take a lot more than that. Because I already been through the rough. So, with that being said, I hope that you understand this. If you're sitting in a predicament in your life, you're walking medicine, you went through medicine backwards, and you're sitting with a teacher right now that you see and it doesn't feel right. I hope you have the strength to get up and say, you know what, this doesn't feel right to me, and walk out. And don't walk with that. Don't own that medicine. And don't take on anyone's accusations or accusing. Or sometimes these teachers get so crazy, they try to send out the energy on you to make you be sick. And I had one do that. Nobody leaves this property alive, a lot of times they either die or they get deathly ill when they leave this group. I'm like, what? I'm like, you know what? Here's your stone. Here's your blanket. Goodbye. Got time for this? What are you saying to me? Here you go. Bye. And if they give you something back that you share, take it, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Don't keep it with you. Get rid of it. Because if it wasn't given to you in love, it was given to you for another reason. Just get rid of it. Okay. I hope this helps a lot of you. And I don't make no apologies for what I just said. I meant every word of it. I meant it in the way I said it. I meant it in the energy I said it. I make no apologies for this. And if you got triggered in something I said or it made you feel different about me, I don't have no control over that. I'm standing in my true self. My love, integrity, that's what I walk with. My whole thing is I don't want to do anybody wrong because I know what it feels like. That's the truth of that. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like. Yes. So, with that being said, I can happily leave this in this timeline. You think I was not going to do it? Did you think I wasn't going to do it? I can leave this happily in this timeline and just cut it all away and leave it in this timeline. Because tomorrow is a new timeline. It's a galactic timeline. Yes. And it's about to get real. It's all going down right now. Love that 9 Inch Nails song. Gotta love it. God give it. So anyway, I know this might have been a little serious, but I told you, I warned everybody it was going to be a serious talk. Get right with yourself. And if anybody's accusing you of something you know damn well you didn't do it, call their ass out on the carpet. And I'll tell you what, you're going to find out they jealous of you. They have envy issues. Call them out. And then you find out too that they want what you have. And they just want to kind of get you out of the way. Call them out. Because there ain't no time for this mess right now. No time for it. So I'm looking forward to stepping into July 26th tomorrow. New energy, new galactic time. Yes. Bringing on the newness. And I'm working it. I'm working it well. I stand very well in my medicine now. My medicine. The way it needs to be done for the highest good. There you go. And if you have any questions, please feel free to DM me, and hopefully I will get it. I will find it. But at the same time, it was my pleasure to share this with you and to be really open and raw and express this on this day. Now, I'm going to go whip it up and come up with some good stuff. I've been into my artwork and some things I want to teach. This was one of them. Stop standing and being accused and find out who's accusing you and rip that wall down. Rip it down. Then it has no more power over you. Stand in your true soul medicine. Your soul medicine. Who you walk with. Not what others be teaching you. That's their stuff. And for God's sake, stop paying so much money for all of this stuff that you already know you have. Learn something new. Yeah, no problem. Sign up for that. But if you already know you have it, walk in that. All right. I'm out. It's time for me to take my most loving goddess bath. I'm looking forward to that. All right. I told you it was going to be real. And I don't have no apologies for what I said. Why should I? I spoke my truth. And so should you. Be so light.